I'll keep Kofi waiting. He's been itching, and like Senyo Hosi too. But because he had a bite last week, want to hear any fresh perspective from Senyo Hosi?
Last though.
Right. But no, let's hear you.
This is a very unnecessary problem. It's a very, very unnecessary problem. And I think that all parties over time will have agreed, even though they are all not admitting it. But if you see their language, you see that it's all shape. I took my time yesterday to speak to practically everybody because I really needed to understand it. So we just put this thing into proper context. Communications are the heart of the entire thing. So I'll make my conclusions. Did Intim Fojo have a basis to raise suspicion? He did. Very clearly, he did. 2, his modus operandi, was it optimal? In my opinion, absolutely not optimal. He's a member of the
Defense and Interior.
He had a lead. That lead he needed to follow through by engaging the security couples, summoning them, and all this, he's empowered to do so under Article 103 because of the role of Parliament and what the select committees do. As a citizen of the state, he has a duty to defend the good name of Ghana, to also pursue that which is good for the country. Under Article 41, he has a responsibility. So if he has something of material impact, drugs is no small issue. We are already dealing with opioid. Now we are talking about cocaine, we are talking about currency, we are talking about the challenges we are having with state capture. You don't want to have the drug cartel capture your state. You would have a stateless entity. So he has a reason. He has an obligation, a duty to bring the matter out. Public, I don't think that was the optimal time. And I think on reflection, we'll all come to that conclusion. No, that one, you are doing politics, which is okay. All right, I don't have a problem with that. When you
are insisting he had an obligation. Mensah says he didn't have an obligation. Kofi agrees with him, he didn't have an obligation.
No, I say he had.
You are saying?
No, he has a duty.
Okay.
He has a duty. Article 41 is very clear. You have a duty as a citizen of the state. Besides collaborating with lawful law
to expose and combat corruption.
You have to do that.
That's what Article 41 says.
It's very clear, and it covers that. So I don't think he coming out was wrong. The thing is that for who he was, he should actually have exercised better discretion. I think that discretion would have been optimal going through his committee, summoning the people, and gathering more information. Now, the reason why I said he had basis is that when you speak to the security couples themselves, they admit that that particular plane was tagged. They had leads from their international counterparties. So when that plane landed in this country, the first thing they did was to go and address it as had been agreed with their counterparties. So that inspection and order had been done prior to all this matter coming out.
Is that not routine?
It's no routine. You don't go and inspect everything. NACOC doesn't go and inspect every private plane that goes here. That's not routine.
No, if you check the airport rules,
it is
if you check their rules,
it's not routine.
If you check their rules, you will know that the flights that are known to go back and forth, they do it maybe quarterly or so.
Yeah.
But for chartered flights that come in, if you go
this particular one,
this particular
with
one, respect, I've been reading about it.
Yes.
They will do checks, and they have what they call first freedom of air, second freedom of air, third freedom of air, and all of them have a certain purpose.
I don't have information on the data on the level of frequency of that particular plane for it to escape a quota, do it every time.
And there was also customs.
Hold on, something.
There was customs.
No.
I've seen the customs documentation.
Hold on. The most important thing here is that the plane was tagged, meaning that government had been given a lead that there's suspicious activity with this particular plane. For which reason, if he, Intim Fojo, has some leaked information, some lead, he has every responsibility to bring the matter up. So I don't think we should begrudge him or fault him for trying to raise the matter. My only problem with him was the modus operandi. Now he goes out there. The president's action, we must admit, was optimal. He asked for an investigation to be undertaken. Intim Fojo goes back and is now asking the committee to deal with the matter. I think that at that time, the train had left the station. And I respect the position of of his chairman. Once there's an investigation that has been commissioned, we can't be summoning people and trying to interfere with that investigation. Let the investigation be completed. What I also didn't understand is why government communication was prejudicing. Its communication was practically prejudicial to the outcome of the report. Even if Team Fojo went out there.
Prejudicial to what report?
An investigation is supposed to come out. But we now get government information, putting out facts on the matter, putting out videos. I don't think that was optimal.
They tell you that all government communication ends up with that minister. Just like the Ministry of Information will do. Hold on.
Look, it's not
just hold on, just hold on. So if the entities involved have brought the information and briefed the government spokesperson, and they come out to speak, how have they erred?
No. Again, I say it's not optimal. You can have a right to do everything, just like Team Fojo could have gone to the press conference or could have worked with the committee to gather more information, deal with something more sensitively. It's the same thing. There's an investigation ongoing, commissioned by the president. When government starts talking about its outcome, what are you doing? You are actually prejudicing the entire process. And everybody involved will start even doubting the credibility of the process. But the truth of the matter is, the cargo on that particular plane is known by all the parties today. And everybody knows that there was no cocaine and there was no currency. Was there a reason for suspicion? There was. So anybody flagging it did not commit any crime. You understand? Flagging it was not a crime, just the modus operandi.
Please, I'm not sure everybody knows.
I will tell you why. When I say everybody,
if everybody knows, then this matter would have been put to rest.
Hold on. The reason why I'm saying everybody knows, I'm talking about the parties, the critical parties involved. I believe that Team Fojo knows. I believe that James knows. I believe that my brother outside the politics knows the facts of the matter. Now, outside of all this, did we really need to have that grandstanding trying to arrest the man? I think that our democracy has moved on. This showmanship was not necessary. It's not reflective of the tone of the president. It's not reflective of the maturity that we've attained. All we all needed to do, wait for the report. Should Team Fojo cooperate with the agency? I think the Article 41 is very clear about that. We are supposed to collaborate with our law enforcement agencies. You have something important, you should engage them. He would tell you that because of government's communication, he lost trust with the process. I can respect that to a certain extent. But today, I think this matter should be put to proper rest. All the key parties involved, Samson, I've told you, I've spoken to everybody. They know the full facts as of now.
Who is everybody?
I've mentioned the names. The security capos, the opposition, the ruling government. Everybody knows the facts.
You haven't mentioned any name.
I've mentioned.
You haven't mentioned any name.
Team Fojo is aware. James
is aware. He's aware that there was no cocaine. There was
hold on.
There was no drugs.
I'm not saying. I say everybody knows that.
There was no money.
He is aware. James is aware. Mesa is informed. I won't say he's aware. He's informed.
That's what.
You are informed.
So, Senyo.
Look.
So, Senyo, listen. And I asked this question. I'll repeat it. Yeah. I asked the question. Imagine you or myself. We sat here and we got information that there's a suspicious flight at the Kotoka International Airport. And we say suspicious, it has cocaine or money in US dollars. Imagine we did that now. Yeah. Do you think we'll get out of this studio without being arrested?
I don't see why we should be arrested.
Why?
If we have reasonable information to put out there as regular citizens, I wouldn't do it on your station.
Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it?
Because I have access to the security agencies and I can call anybody and tell them that, look, this is the information we have. Look into it. I can call James. 1, 2, 3, 4. We were all in school together. Why can't I call James? Why can't I call Mesa if he had the power to? He has to act on it. If he doesn't, then I take the next step. But in the case of Team Fojo, honestly, I don't think the intent was. It's politics that shaped a bit of the conversation. But he had legitimate reason to raise the suspicion. And let's all admit it. Even the state itself was notified that there's suspicious activity with this particular vessel. So if he brings it up, no problem. But I think the processes is all that.
What you are saying, the state itself is aware. We have not been told that yet.
So
thank
you.
Let's wait for the report. Let's hold it there. Let's hold it there. Thank you. I'm coming to Kofi. But Senor, the reason I will not do that, if you had to do it on my show, I will stop you or issue a huge disclaimer, which disclaimer does not absolve me of liability, but may only minimize the liability, is, among others, Section 208 of our criminal law. It says, publication of false news with intent to cause fear and alarm to the public. Let me read. It says, any person who publishes or reproduces any statement, rumor. So you've gotten a statement, rumor, or a report, which is likely to cause, not that it actually causes, likely to cause fear and alarm to the public or to disturb the public peace, knowing or having reason to believe that the statement, rumor, or report is false, is guilty of a misdemeanor. Now, this way it continues. It is no defense to a charge under subsection 1 that the person charged did not know or did not have reason to believe that the statement, rumor, or report was false, unless he proves that prior to the publication, he took reasonable measures to verify the accuracy of the statement, rumor, or report.
You raised something. Just give me 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds.
Yes.
Everything you said, right on point. In his instance, if you have evidence or you have information that an international drug monitoring agency has tagged that vessel of the risk of these two things being in there, I mean, he has reasonable...
Is that what he has told you? Because he has not told anybody what you're saying.
I repeat, I'm not just talking to... I'm speaking to everybody.
Okay.
And I'm telling you...
All right, thank you.
The security agency...
Thank you, Senor, thank you. It's Kofi's turn.
They admit that vessel was
Thank you.
okay, but when they went in
it's Kofi's turn.
Nothing was there.
Thank you.
There was no drug in it. There was no...
What extent does amount to fear and panic?
Thank you.
I agree with you.
How?
Fear and panic.
Thank you.
You know, it's just that you should...
This is completely applicable.
Mesa, I'm only saying, if you sat on this platform and did anything like that, I'll stop you.
That there is a suspected flight that carries cocaine.
Yes, I'll stop you. I won't let you say it on this platform.
Causes fear and panic.
I won't let you say it.
In the mind of who?
Unless you have shown me evidence that this is real.
It did.
Yes,
If I show you,
okay.
I want to throw light on